my feelings about this. I think this is dark. I made a video about this today. I think this is one of the darkest things, like, reveals in the Cage series. I mean, it's both dark and kind of lighthearted. Like, it's cute, but also really, like, dang, wait, they're dream eaters. Like, because the dark part is, wow, we're destroying dream eaters. We're attacking dream eaters or nightmares Dream Drop, and I can show you guys some my friend showed me earlier, as well, as we expand upon this. But also it's cute because it's like, oh, the Cheerthies take this form to protect, their sleeping hearts. But let me hit you with this. They specifically say here, when your heart sleeps, we become something to protect it. Sleeps. Now, Kingdom Hearts does not like to use the word death that much, so sleep in this context could just mean your heart is gone. But they later give you a choice, and they specifically use the word your heart will, like, dissolve. If you refuse sleep, you will dissolve into a new heart. So, this could imply their hearts are still in the Dream Eaters. Maybe not, like, in the same way that our hearts are inside, like, our bodies, like as Sora or as other Guardians characters, right? But their hearts still exist in the concept of the Cage universe. That brings me to one other thing that we learned in Cage 3, that Riku learned in Dream Drop. It's called the power of waking. And, what if the power of waking could be used on these little dream eaters here? I don't know. Like I said, it's not a big thought out theory. It's not a big thought out theory, but based off of the info we have, it's I feel like it's kind of possible. Maybe, I don't know if they'll do it. I don't know if they'll explore that, but imagine, right? Like, Sora just has this Dream Eater here, and he's just like, oh, I'm gonna use the power of waking on. You can't spam the power of waking. It's not something you can just spam. You have to use it properly. There has to be a specific reason, purpose with that. But it's like, I don't know. You see your Dream Eater here, there. Use the power of waking on it potentially. Hey, look, a Dandelion's here. They can give you some info. I definitely need to see Cheerthy interact with a Dream Eater. Like 100%. I need to see that. Cause I want to see Cheerthy look at a Dream Eater and just be like, wait, what? Can you see how the Dream Eater is formed and the wielder becomes the heart in the Cheerthy's body? So my friend Cavern, I messaged this to my friend Cavern last night, and or not really last night, but I sent this to him at like 1 a.m. and in the morning I saw he did a little bit of research on, like, these dream eaters and nightmares. He looked at, like, some text of them and what they are and whatnot, and he highlighted some of these for me, and I was like, huh. So I want to read these. So for starters, ignore some of the background noise, but for starters, there are two types of dream eaters: benevolent spirits, which feast upon bad dreams, and malevolent nightmares, which plant bad ones. Then right here, Nightmare Cheerthy proclaims that nightmares like it exist to show people bad dreams, allowing them to sever connections and live freely, a concept that Cheerthy is unable to understand. And then this, Nightmare Dream Eaters outnumber spirits. So there's more Nightmare Dream Eaters than there are regular, like, Dream Eaters. And you see that in Dream Drop Distance. Basically, rereading this one, Nightmare Cheerthy proclaims that nightmares like it exist to show people bad dreams, allowing them to sever connections and live freely. So if you want to spin that quite a bit, you can interpret that in a bunch of different ways, right? Because we look at the nightmares and we think of, like, kind of these, like, evil little creatures kind of just want to mess with stuff. But in reality, nightmares are actually, they're born from the player's heart. They are born from the player's heart. Or the player, or the avatars, whatever we want to say, the Keyblade wielder's heart. That's the best way to say it. If you want this to get even more dark, the way I interpret that and the way Cavern described it to me, I'm going to read off exactly what he said to me on Discord with the text. He said, nightmares, I assume, were created due to the Keyblade War. The master said that the spirits become nightmares whenever their heart is tainted with darkness. Given how messed up all of Key is in general, some people probably held a really big grudge against the events of each other. That's what he typed to me. And I'm like, yeah, like nothing he said there was super wrong. Nightmares are basically, like, even in death with all of these Keyblade wielders, or even in sleep, whatever term you want to use. These Keyblade wielders, because, like, some of them died or perished during the Keyblade War, because, like, all this stuff happened to them while they were alive, they have this that darkness doesn't go away just because they get defeated. So if they choose to become these little dream eaters, like if someone who isn't like the player, right? Or, well, player has two Chirithes for some reason. That's still something that hasn't been fully described, because the player has a nightmare Chirithe and has this Chirithe here. That's something very bizarre that we might need to discuss another day. But theoretically, if you're not the player, you're not the broken protag with two Chirithes, if you don't have all of that animosity, don't have all of that grudge, if you don't have, like, if you're not, like, regretting, upset about anything, you, instead of turning into a dream eater, you turn into a nightmare. And that makes it even more dark, because as a nightmare, based off of what, like, Dream Drop described it as, or based off of what Key described it as, Nightmare Chirithe proclaims, that nightmares, like it, exist to show people bad dreams, allowing them to sever connections and live freely. A concept that Chirithe is unable to understand. It sounds like they're just torturing inside to me. It sounds like, when I see that, like, this line right here, it makes it sound like even at the end, that this darkness is still, like, in them, and all they want to do is just get it out. They just want to let go of it. That's messed up. What is wrong with Nomura, bro?
Now she's a daydreamer. She's always thinking about him. No more room in this picture for you to fit in. Now she's crying on the phone, telling you she's not good enough for him. When you think that she is